Alright, we're coming into the lovely little town of Damascus, Virginia, which is right on the border of Virginia and Tennessee. Kind of going down Main Street right now. Super cute little town. Most famous for having the Virginia Creeper Trail. A lot of bicycle riding, stuff like that. And the Appalachian Trail goes through here. Most of the stores and shops in the downtown Main Street part of town are all geared toward bicycling, hiking, outdoor stuff, camping and all that stuff. But that's not what we're here for. We're here to go to a grocery store. Nah, I'm just kidding. I'm here at this grocery store because it's right across the road, basically, from the road that we're getting on, called the Government Road. You can see there, it's the Government Road. Some government offices on that road or something, who knows. We're actually headed to a forest road as soon as you leave the town limits of Damascus. And it takes us a couple different places depending on which way we go after we get in there. I have planned out is to end up back over at Jack's Corner in Shady Valley. But we'll have to see, because I don't know if the gate will be open or not. Sometimes it is, sometimes it's not. As they say, getting there is half the fun. So this is the last house. Last turnoff spot. So, National Forest. State line 5. Well, 5 miles to the state line. It's National Forest number 32. National Forest Road number 32. Forgot to put the Scrambler into National Forest mode. Otherwise known as Off-Road Pro mode. Not aiming for the potholes. I'm just hitting them all. I assume this is Cherokee National Forest, but I actually am not positive on that. If I don't tell you something different, I was right. So it's a weekday, so I really don't expect to see much of anybody. But, you still want to be aware that other cars can be coming back the other way and not get yourself run over. This little road right here turns off and goes down there. But you can see it says it's posted down through there. So, I don't know, that's an odd one. See if it'll show me what it is on the map. God. Crash. It just shows that it goes out there in dead ends, so that doesn't really tell me much. But it does go out of the National Forest, and there is a house down there. So I'm not going to go be nosy. Access to somebody's house or something, apparently. Plus, if you have the traction control turned on, you can't do that. Which never gets old. I love bouncing up forest roads. Of course, we're out on the Scrambler today. That's another road, but there's a gate on that one too. Tree limbs across the road, that's what I see. Big mud puddle. Shit. Tree about half in the road. Well, when you go ahead and just cut that, you cut a bunch of these other ones. That'll make no sense. Don't make no sense. I love to get out and ride on forest roads because there's typically very little traffic, even if you're on a weekend. Especially like in the spring and summer, out of hunting season, that kind of thing. Because you're just out riding around to have something to do, basically. You're not trying to get anywhere. It's usually cool. It's normally shaded because it's in the woods, that kind of thing. So going through here on the main part, just this, the 32 Forest Road, is definitely not the only thing here. There are, we've counted probably at least 10 or 11 little roads that go off to the side. I haven't really took off on any of them, but I can see one right down there. I guess it's right up here. But I'm going to guess that definitely belongs to somebody because there's a gate. Yeah, no trespassing and all that stuff, so I'm not going to go in there. This one on this side, it goes up for about, I'm going to say a half mile to a mile, and then it kind of peters out into into the bushes. I remember a lot of briars. This side of the road, National Forest, this side is not right now. I assume I need to go that way. This way, I think. I may be coming back. This is what happens when you give an idiot a map and let him start putting points on it to see how close he can get to him. Yeah, this is not right. I'll turn around. Well, maybe it is right. Heck, I don't know. Alvarado Road and Sweet Hollow Road. Yeah, that's not the way I meant to go. So, returning back the way I came because I went the wrong way. There we go. There's back to the intersection where I went the wrong way. Alright, so we're going to go straight here, and this gets us back on Government Road. We were out of the National Forest for maybe a mile. Since there's a National Forest Road right there, but I don't see it. That's odd. Just Forest Service Road 47, but then it was just literally that people's driveway. So I don't know if you got to ride by their house or what. So if you want to come out and find a nice mixed surface riding road, this one's pretty good. Hello, puppy. Just about half dirt and half paved now. Y'all know how I feel about these signs. Pavement ends. It's one of my favorite signs. And just like that, back on Forest Service Route 32. I just saw a little deer jump off the side of the road right there, go down in the bushes. I ain't gonna look that long for him anyway. Just glad he's not in the road. And for the record, we have not passed one vehicle since we got on this road 14 miles ago. Well, 15 miles ago. The brakes are good and the tires are fair. There's a go fast area right here. Pretty steep. Lots of inclination, lots of incline, lots of roughness. Lots of spinning around in this loose gravel. Oop, oop, oop. Steep. I just dodged a big rock. I'm proud of myself. Yeah, it looks like the road just stops. What? This road doesn't just stop. What's it doing? Ooh. Ooh, 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 ooh. It's weird how sometimes, the road can be rough and it doesn't bother you at all. And then other times you just hit something that just hits a little bit different and it just irritates you. That's what it's doing right now. It's rough enough that it's irritating me. Oh, is this what I'm looking for? Yes, this is what I'm looking for. So this turnoff that has absolutely no sign on it. But it's pretty much the only major turnoff like this. Oh, the gate is open, I think. Yes, this is Forest Road 4002, and the gate's open. That's pretty rare. I was hoping this would happen, because this will take us to Jack's Corner at Shady Valley. It says Pine Mountain Road. See, people have been riding through here, too. This road, when it's open, is fairly popular. Oh, that's mud. I don't want to go through that. But I was coming through here one time, and a bear walked down the road in front of me, like 15 feet in front of me. So I stopped, and I'm like, oh, shit. And then two little cubs come out of the bushes, went across the road, and she sat there and watched me the whole time until the bears got to the other side of the road. And then she went on, like it was no big deal. If I remember right, I think that bear thing happened right through here. Yep, this is definitely it. I remember this. That was cool. The really bad thing was I had a GoPro on my helmet, didn't have it turned on. So now I record everything. See lots and lots of motorcycle tracks going up this road, Pine Mountain Road, with good reason, because it's fun. What a beautiful day for a forest ride. And honestly, there are no bad days for forest rides, because they're just calm, peaceful, you can do whatever you want to. Don't have to worry about the popo and other drivers, for the most part. You pretty much just got the place all to yourself all the time. I'm at 20 miles now, and I'm not seeing anybody. But now this is a Wednesday, and I've said many, many times that the best time to go and do stuff in nature is during the week, because nobody else is there during the week, because they're all at work or whatever, or they just don't think about going because it's not the weekend. That's mud. Ugh, gross. Just about stabbed myself with that tree limb. I didn't even see that. That wouldn't have been good. Good thing I got my safety goggles on. The unofficial road going off to the left there. Undocumented. Undocumented road. I bet that's... Oop, hold on. I bet that's the road that I was seeing. I bet that's how you get to it, but there's a very large tree across it. So whether that's on purpose or just happened, we're not going that way. The road's getting more well-maintained the further I go this way. More gravel, less dirt now. Feel like we're just about to hit the end of this. Yep, that's what I thought. What the hell? Well, the other gates were open. What the hell am I going to get around here? I think I could almost go. I go right there. So I ain't going back all that way, because all the other gates were open. What the hell? Alright, anyway. So, more on that little bit of illegalness. This is Jack's Corner at the Snake. Alright, there we go. 421, Jack's Corner. We're here. Yeah, but I'll show you something else really cool.
Alright, this is the end of the video. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. This is that time where I ask you to like, share, subscribe, and comment, because every time you do, that gets me one little step closer to being able to go and do the next cool thing. Thanks for watching. Have a good ride.